morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Cam Madrano.
And I'm AJ Welker.
Yesterday, RHS hosted some new potential Tigers on its campus. 8th graders from feeder middle schools in the area had multiple opportunities to gain some insight on their future school. Starting yesterday, AVID students from Buljan came to RHS during the school day to shadow juniors in RHS's AVID program. The juniors helped organize a day complete with a tour of the campus and presentations to give middle schoolers a better idea of what high school life will look like.
I think it prepares the 8th graders for high school because they get to understand what it's like to go to Roseville and understand what the 4-year plan is and study skills they need to succeed in high school. So it just prepares them and for them to understand what it's going to be like to be a freshman next year.
Also, it's super cool because me and Kira both did this as 8th graders, so it was kind of cool being in that part, and now we're playing the role of the actual juniors, giving them all the information.
Yeah, we get to give back to what we got as 8th graders, and it's just really cool.
Later in the day, all 8th graders had the opportunity to visit RHS for High School on the Hill night, where they were exposed to electives, clubs, and athletics RHS had to offer.
Favorite part is just how interactive everybody is. It's the fact that I have people here that I know from 7th grade and they can actually help me around.
Well, the most exciting part I think is just knowing that I'm gonna, go to high school next year. It's been a pretty good experience. It's not my first time being on it, but it's my first time actually seeing what they have to do and what they can choose. Yeah, I'm excited.
Current students will have the chance to explore various courses today by visiting the elective showcase.
Tickets for Casaba are now on sale. Here's a look at the prices. ASB card holders can purchase tickets for $5 less than the original prices. The regular price of tickets this week is $15. Tickets will be sold in the cafeteria during both lunches. Casaba will be held in Muller Gym on February 9th at 7 p.m.
Bids to bring students that do not attend RHS are available at Student Services for $5.
We now go over to Comby and James with sports.
Good morning and welcome to this Tuesday's edition of EOTSN. I'm James Wadman.
And I'm Kobe Estrada. Senior Eric Dutka is having tremendous success in his wrestling career after having wrestled on varsity these past 2 seasons.
We go to Hunter Hatch for more on Eric.
After starting wrestling in 6th grade, Eric Dutka came to Roseville High School a freshman and wanting to participate on his school's wrestling team. He began his RHS career on JV, yet in the years to come he trained heavily to work his way up to a varsity career. Doug Ash has coached Eric all 4 years, and he's been able to see drastic improvement in Dutka.
Well, like most wrestlers, you start up as a 14-year-old kid and you turn into an 18-year-old man. So you're gonna improve over time if you put the effort in. And Eric certainly has put in, paid his dues. He's wrestled in the off season. He's wrestled over the summer, and all that has enabled him to improve tremendously. He's a freshman. He had limited time on the varsity team, and now he leads the team in wins. I think he's got 26 wins and only 5 losses on the season. And like I said before, I expect him to go pretty deep into the playoffs with a chance to actually make the state tournament this year.
To Dutka, wrestling year-round made a huge difference to both his skill level and mentality towards wrestling as he advanced from JV to varsity his junior year.
I think it's been a big improvement because I remember, especially my freshman and sophomore year, I was very, I'd say, mentally weak, and a lot of that would improve just by working hard in the room. So I've improved mentally a lot.
Dutka contributes his success to his hard work throughout various camps and trainings which taught him to develop mental toughness.
A lot of it has come from the mental toughness because you can't really develop skill without that mental toughness, but also a lot of it comes from going to camps. I went to a camp this last summer and worked on my skill a whole bunch. Also just working hard in the room, you develop skill just like that.
Last week, the wrestling team proceeded on to playoffs, yet lost in the first round. Meanwhile, Dutka continues individually with a 26-5 record and a chance to make it to the Masters tournament and potentially state.
Eric has a solid chance to definitely get to Masters, which is the 3rd round of the playoffs. He has an outside chance to possibly qualify for state, which would be the first person in several years, I think, since 2011 that we've had someone qualify for the state tournament.
It's nice to see someone's hard work and dedication pay off.
In other sports news, after suffering a loss to the River Valley Falcons this past Friday, boys basketball ended its undefeated league streak, yet still maintained its first place position in the CBC.
Girls soccer continues to hold its first place standing with a 6-0-2 record in league and 4 games left to go.
Meanwhile, girls basketball sits in 3rd place with a 6-3 record in league, and boys soccer is currently 7-2 in league and tied for 2nd with the Wood Creek Timberwolves.
And that's all on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. The Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN.
And now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, guys. Netflix struck gold once again with the release of one of their most recent shows, You. You is a psychological drama, and while I'm not usually pulled towards shows like You, this one really pulled me in quickly. The show is centered around Joe, who stalks a woman he meets at his bookstore and does anything to attract her attention. If that description sounds creepy, it should, because this whole show is creepy. However, it is made absolutely perfectly. The show somehow creates sympathy and pity for characters you know you shouldn't support, but somehow bypasses all of your better judgment and creates the support, only showing how perfect the writing is. All the characters seem to have their place in the story of the show as well, which is a feat some shows have trouble doing. No characters seem like they're just filling in time, and all seem like they have their place. You is one of Netflix's best works and will go down in their pantheon of incredible movies and shows. And now we go back to news.
Thanks, Jackson. RHS student from the religious organization Young Life visited a forest camp called Woodleaf this weekend to serve as a work crew. The students helped serve the campers and give to the community as well as connect with each other.
Even though we were not actually campers, we were just serving and volunteering, the relationships I had with the people in the club grew tremendously, and I made a lot of friends through the experience.
It's a really fun and one-of-a-kind experience, and everyone should get to do stuff like that.
Young Life plans to return to Woodleaf as campers over the summer. That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.